So every morning I usually put together some coffee. This is my French press, and my aunt gave this to me as, I believe, a bridal shower gift, and it's so cute. Miss Always Right. So we're gonna make some coffee. I just walked Ghost right now. Coffee is the best thing on the planet, right? Who else agrees with me? Hopefully I don't mess this up. Oh my gosh. And usually I put alright, it's gonna be out of frame. I use this almond milk. I don't drink milk very often. I mean, every now and then I sneak it, but it's not that bad. Excuse me, Ghost. And then, oh God. Hey guys, so my very awesome cousin gave me this idea to do a day in my life. So I thought that was really cool, so you guys can have a little bit more insight into kind of what I do all day. Because I am starting out in the reselling venture, I am not making as much as I used to, and kind of what I've learned is that with starting a business, you have to do some dirty work and make some sacrifices while you build up your business. So for the most part, every day let's see, my water bottle's like sloshing around. Every day I do package deliveries, and they're for short hours, from 2 to 4 hour shifts, and that gives me a little bit of extra money in case I don't, in case I have a slow month on eBay. So that is what I'm gonna go do right now. It is about 1:20 p.m. on Friday, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And it's a really cool way to get money. I didn't really explore my city until I started doing this. I didn't even know some neighborhoods existed. So this has been a really cool, adventure, and a cool way of making money. It just kind of gets me out of the house and kind of out and about, interacting with people and whatnot. So yeah, I did kind of like on the same topic as, hopefully my camera doesn't roll around, but kind of on the same topic as far as making sacrifices. I obviously quit my job, my 9-to-5 job, and I'm not making as much as I was, every day or every month. But I think in order to really make what you want your passion to be successful, in order to make that successful, you have to do, you have to kind of humble yourself, which I have found. I like to think that I'm a humble person, but this definitely has humbled me and has made me realize that there's a lot of work that goes into building your own business, and some things aren't going to come as easy as you have thought, and I'm guilty of doing that because, I'm on Instagram and I see all of this really awesome reseller community, and all of these people are, vets in their business, and it kind of makes you have, I wouldn't say FOMO, but you know, they're making really good numbers, and you kind of look at yourself and put yourself in and ask, you know, why am I not making what they're making? But you know, I just started thinking to myself, I'm like, no, well, I'm just starting out. This is something that I have to do, and I do have to struggle through these first, you know, this kind of like first bit of my business. So I encourage you guys not to get too much of a big head and think that you're not, you know, like, oh, I'm not gonna do some like whatever part-time job, or you know, whatever you need to do to oh my gosh, I totally lost train of my thought. This is a good angle. Yeah, I just think whatever you need to do to make things work, you have to do. You just kind of like have to bite your tongue and just do it. And as much as I wish I could be, you know, like shopping at thrift stores all day and listing and all of that stuff, which I still do, I just have a different, my days, as you guys are gonna see, is a little bit different. So I usually in the mornings, you know, like get up and do all that stuff, and then I do deliveries, and then wherever I end up going, I will shop around and see if there's a thrift store around that neighborhood and do my sourcing then, and then come home and, you know, measure, take pictures of things, and I just make it work, because right now I can't dedicate like 95% of my day on just listing and sourcing and all of that stuff, because, you know, the money's not flowing in as much as I would like. And that's me just being totally honest with you guys. I know a lot of people are going into reselling, you know, are newbies just like me, and I don't want you guys to think that it's gonna be easy and that you're gonna make like hella sales. And I mean, you might. That's really awesome. Hit me up and let me know what you're doing so I can do the same. But the reality is that we all have bills to pay, and we have to have a roof over our heads, and so don't have shame into, you know, anything that you do to get money to put food on the table, put a roof over your head, in pursuit of what you really want to do. So I just want to let you guys know that I'm over here struggling just as much as the next person, and I want, you know, I don't want people to think that, oh, you know, I'm just like shopping around all day and, you know, like doing all the fun stuff. Like, no, this is the stuff and that I do every day. So, you know, I think kind of before, what I used to see a lot in the YouTube community is like all this like really awesome stuff happening, all this, you know, like kind of like a little bit more glamorous part of YouTube is what people show, but I really want to, at least for my channel, I want it to be very much truthful and show you really in reality what happens, you know, because that is something that I don't really see in kind of like social media, is see what people's actual struggles are and what they do to get where they need to be. And you know, a lot of people there, I don't want to say that in absolute, but I don't see it as much. And so I want to be that person for you guys, so that you know that not everything is just like, you know, cotton candy and gumdrops. And people who are doing this full time, they may or may not be getting cash in some other way, but this is how I'm doing it right now, and this is how I am, you know, helping out my family in kind of, you know, while I'm pursuing my dream. So okay, we're gonna get into the station very quickly. So that was just a little kind of background into what I do right now, which is deliveries. I was talking to my friend, I think it was yesterday, or no, the day before, I don't remember. And we were just talking about how I, you know, like sometimes post on Instagram that I have, and my, you know, like my room is messy, and I think that's the part where I really want to make it okay to showcase your life, and it isn't picture perfect. Like what I put on social media is, it's kind of like my little magazine, right? Like I get to put on whatever I want to put on, and but there is another layer of, you know, reality. Like not everything is like how it is on Instagram. And so, you know, like, yes, I don't make my bed, and sometimes I have a messy room. Okay, sorry about that. I am back on here. I just picked up all of the packages that I'm going to deliver today, and you can see them in the background. So yeah, like I was saying, you know, I feel like there was an era on social media where everything was, I don't want to say fake, that's not the word. Everything was curated, which I'm all about, okay? I'm all about curation and, you know, living a beautiful life. There goes all my packages. However, I feel like it sets up, you know, the wrong expectations from people, and they think that everything is like beautiful, and, you know, I wish people were a little bit more you know, transparent on how their life really is. So yeah, so I mean, I tried to have you know, what I put out there is really a reflection of me, and that means, you know, like really pretty pictures. I love, you know, I love all that stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to put on, you know, like a facade that is really my life. Most of the time I'm not out there like taking pictures of my outfits. I actually really struggle to take outfit pictures, just because I'm trying to, you know, like hustle on a bunch of other things, and so sometimes I'm not able to do that. So I think kind of authenticity right now is really, you know, people aren't really, you know, oh my god, what am I trying to say? Right now, at least in my opinion, what I look for in when I follow people or when I watch people is really just like genuine, authentic people. And that sounds kind of weird because it's like you think everyone's fake, but what I really look for isn't that like super ultimate glamorous lifestyle. I want to see that, but I also want to see the other side of things, is, you know, the everyday struggles, and how they had, like, you know, how bloggers have writer's block, or one day you just really look ugly as fuck and your pictures aren't coming out right, which has happened to me. And, you know, that is really what I'm looking for when I, you know, follow different bloggers, Instagrammers, whatever, what have you. I just want honesty, and that's what I hope that I can bring to you guys. And the reason why I started my journey in my channel in the first place is really to live an authentic life. And whether that means I'm like struggling, you know, delivering packages. I, you know, used to be a marketing manager, and that is like a huge, I don't want to say demotion, because I'm much happier with what I'm doing now, like literally delivering packages, than I was before. And I just didn't feel happy, and I want to encourage you guys to, you know, live authentically, but with the expectation that you are going to have to struggle to get to where you need to be. And not to say that my career has been easy. I also had a lot of struggles in that whole pathway, but the struggles weren't, in my opinion, worth what I got out of it. So right now, what I'm getting out of all of these struggles of, you know, having to do this, and, you know, cutting back on shopping, and not doing all these like crazy, you know, expensive things because I can't afford them anymore. Like, that to me is more worth it than when I, you know, did have a salary and struggling at work. I wouldn't say struggling, but you know, that had its own set of problems, right? I hope I'm making sense. I feel like I'm just like rambling. What I'm trying to get at is that, yes, it's really awesome to follow your dream and your passion, and you see that a lot right now. Is like, you know, go follow your dreams and go follow your passion. Like, yes, parentheses, it's gonna be a fucking struggle, right? Like, and that's what I want you guys to know, is that not everything is gonna turn out the way that you think it should, right? And that is why I want to open up my life, you know, as much as I can, to show you guys that even though I get to do what I like, it does not come easy, and it always comes with its own set of struggles. But those struggles have to be worth it in order for you to like pursue that dream. And to me right now it is. So I hope this in some way is helpful to you all. I am on my way to Salvation Army, and I'm gonna see what they have in store. Nothing too serious, so we'll see.